Okay, so here's what's going on. It's February 2nd, 2025, and this is the basement with the nightclub glow lights because that's cool as hell, obviously. But also, in the time since my last vlog, I was a monkey, but also I got this. This is kind of neat. This is the new gear. This is the new camera and new lens, and that's my baby, and I'm really proud of it. It is a Sony a7 III with a Sony G Master 50mm 1.4 lens, and it kicks ass. Really hardcore. It's an upgrade over the old A6000, and I just wanted to point that out before I get any further into what's going on, because I really like that camera. I really like that lens a lot. I've been taking some pretty cool photos with it, and that's great. But yeah, broadcasting down from the basement, it's seen less messy days for sure. If you can see over here, there is the VR setup for, well, I was using it just for Gran Turismo 7, 5, whatever the one is for PS5, I can't remember, but that one. I was using the VR for that because I also happen to have the PSVR 2. Shiny, shiny, sparkle, sparkle right here that I've been using, but I got the adapter to plug it into the computer. And let me tell you, that's a fun time. That is pretty damn cool. I've been playing some Phasmophobia VR, shitting my pants. I still don't even want to check my pants because I was that freaked out when I played. DJ can attest that that was the case. It was some messed up stuff going on in that game because it's really tough to grip anything. Like, you have to really get into gripping your tools, right? Your flashlight and everything. So that's been kind of fun to play around with, but playing racing games has been fun. I got a new monitor, which I'll have to show a different time because I've got the camera on a tripod and I just really don't feel like moving it. But it's this wide. It's an ultra wide OLED. Can I get all of my arm span in there? Yeah. And it's sitting right below here. I got an arm for it and everything. It's a Philips Evnia. Super cool. I like that a lot. And when I got that, I put this other one, my HP Omen, over there. So now it's going to be the kick-ass VR and not VR racing setup. So what do you think about that? I need to get like a 50-foot DisplayPort cord to make that happen. But yeah, so it's been 6 months since I've had a job. I got laid off from a job I really, really liked, and there goes my monitor. I left my other job, my big stable job, a year ago, a year and a half ago now, and that job was, you know it's time. Sometimes you just really know it's time to move on, and I knew it was time to move on from that job, and so I did. And I took a chance on a contract job, and it was a really good contract job, and I was thinking, well, what's going to happen? What's going to happen if I get to the end of this contract and I don't have a new job lined up? And I was thinking, well, I've still got some time yet. And then around August, they decided to lay off everybody ahead of time, and so they made that decision for us. So I got laid off. I got the unemployment stuff all going on for the first time in my life. You know, I've been working since I was 17. I don't feel too bad about taking unemployment. I think that's fine. And yeah, now I just had to do 3 interviews for this job, but I got a local one, and it should be pretty cool. So I start that on Monday, which is now tomorrow technically, because yeah, it's like it's 3:45 in the morning now. Never mind, it's 4:45 Sunday morning, February 2nd, and I start on the 3rd. So I get my own office. That's cool. I get a bunch of big boy responsibilities. And yeah, so I'm excited for that. Today I was going to go to the cities to make a run. I really wanted to play the game 13, where you play as David Duchovny and you get Adam West as your boss. And it's all comic book style. I've got that game and I wanted to play it on GameCube, but I didn't have all the cords for it, because I'm using all of my cords for my Super Nintendo and my 64. They use the same ones. So I'm like, well, I really just need something to do. I'm going to go do something. And I went to the cities, I went and got a new chord, and I'm excited to go play it. But when I was there, I also saw this gem. You might recognize it by reading it. It's called Cool Spot. And I've been looking for this one. I wanted to get it on Super Nintendo, but they happen to have it on Genesis. I have it on NES. It's not the same. I thought that was the one that I played, but I think I probably played it on Super Nintendo and Game Boy, because they're, I think, similar. But this one's similar to that, too. So if you don't know who Cool Spot is, maybe you know another name. Maybe you know 7-Up. Well, have you ever thought about what that little spot is that's so cool? Well, that's Cool Spot. 7-Up decided that their just advertising wasn't enough. They're going to make a whole video game based on this mascot that was running around for 7-Up. If you go back and watch 80s and 90s commercials, it might just be the early 90s, but I think it's the late 80s too. You see this guy just rolling around, a bunch of them popping off of 7-Up bottles and doing stuff. And so in this game you go and collect a whole bunch of these like little bottle caps, if you can kind of see the stuff there. And you know what? It's actually good. The music is good. The controls are really solid. They're not perfect. They're like an 8 out of 10, maybe 8.5 out of 10. So I was really excited to get that. I was playing that, and I got to go and have lunch, dinner with one of my friends today because she lives in the cities, and I was like, hey, do you want to go meet me at this game store and we can get some food after? And I'm always trying to get Raising Cane's, but people in the cities don't like to drive as far. But actually she was okay to do it, but I was like, you know what, there's a sushi place next door. So went in, got the game, got my cord. I got a cord for my PlayStation 1 as well. I needed that too. And then we went and got some sushi. Sushi was really, really good. I haven't had sushi in forever. You probably haven't had sushi in forever. You should go have some sushi. Have. That reminds me, I'm also trying to work on my German lately. But, yeah, that was fun. It was fun to see people in person again. I enjoyed that. I've been just straight up a hermit. I played like 8 hours of Dwarf Fortress yesterday. That gives you any idea of what 6 months of unemployment will do to you after a while. And I've been applying like crazy, and I think it was because of the election and stuff or whatever, but things just, they weren't hiring. Oh, by the way, did you see this? I got a new tattoo for those sleeveless days in June. What do you think? Do you like it? I like it. So far, I am really loving it, but it's really tough to show the whole thing. I was at the bar for my birthday this week, and some guy was like, yeah, it looks like samurai armor, and he was hammered. But he made a good point. It's kind of got that scale mail vibe, which is kind of what I was going for. I was wanting to get all this done, but my tattoo artist was like, probably don't do that. Probably don't do this, because when I make a fist, it goes up to the edge anyway. So I'm fine with it. I like it really well. It goes with the rest of my sleeve and everything. But yeah, oh yeah, so I'm working on German because, yeah, so that's a whole story, probably a vlog for itself. But I ended up seeing this girl, I met this girl, this wonderful girl, over the summer. And just like an 80s movie or a 90s movie, we hit it off. It's great. She's from Europe. Her first language is German, which is fun. She's beautiful. She's wonderful. And then a month into seeing her, she has to go back to Europe. And she's like, well, I'm only going to be gone for 2 weeks because I have to leave the country every so often and come back. That's how my visa works. And I'm like, okay. And then I guess her company decided to keep her. So now she isn't coming back to the U.S., but she came back to visit me again for 2 weeks over Christmas, and that was fun. So she speaks a really unique dialect of German, and I think she can understand other dialects, but they can't understand her, or something along those lines. Anyway, so I'm trying to learn German because I've always wanted to learn German, and I'm working on it. But man, I've never been able to roll an R for Spanish, and you use the tip of your tongue to roll your R's for Spanish. In German, you do it 2 other ways. You do it from the front of your throat or the back of your throat, depending on your dialect, and I'm trying to do it from the back. And the closest I've got so far is, I got this. Like that. I'm not good at it yet, that's fine, but I've got a friend a different friend who also, oh, thank you, who also speaks very fluent German and everything, and he's American, so he's going to help me out. And maybe one day I can go order some stuff. I've been doing the Duolingo, so I can order beer and bread. But I still can't pronounce it the right way, so I can do it, but I'm going to be like the most American German speaker ever, which is fine. But that's kind of a fun endeavor that I really want to do, and I want to get better at that, and I'm really excited, and I want to go visit over there. And so yeah, it's like an 80s movie. I don't know, we really, I don't know, how do you pursue somebody who moves 5,000 miles away and you don't know if they're coming back? I have no idea, but yeah, so she's really cool. I like her a lot. I think she's really neat, but you know, it's also realistic. It's, what do you do? So in the meantime, just trying to learn German and go visit at some point. I got my passport and everything now, so that's really neat. And that would be the kitty cat. Hi, Pretzels. Alright, well that's my cue. I hope you're having a good time. I hope everything is going well. I'm gonna go play some more Dwarf Fortress and snack on my Reese's. Look at this. By the way, it is Reese's. If you fucking say Reese's to me, you're dead to me. But look at this. 6. You got the king size. That's a fucking Pulsley. What am I trying to say? Pulsley? Somebody knows what I'm saying. 4 peanut butter cups, a measly 4 peanut butter cups, and this is 6 cups to share. That's like having 3 women. 2 cups apiece, 3 sets, 6. All right. See ya, the cat. Yeah, I know. Hey,